Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. I got Mike here from Mid-American Coins. Guys, silver is on the move. It is sitting at 37.16. It was high up, I think 37.35 today. Gold's recessed back a little bit. It's sitting at 33.87. So it wasn't that expensive at the show. We're going to talk about silver. We're going to talk about the coin show that Mike from Mid-America right there just hosted this past weekend. So, Mike, silver was sitting a little over 36 at the show, right?
It was. It was sitting around 36.30 all the way up to about 36.60.
And there was one point I seen a dealer towards the front of the room. He was selling silver for 35.50 on the last day just to move it. Do you think he would have been doing that had he known silver was going to go up to over $37 today?
No, but I want to, if Ed's listening, darn, I wish I'd have jumped on all that stuff you had, buddy.
Yeah, most people were selling it around. They started at 37, went to 36.50, went to 36. I did the same thing. So, I mean,
Well,
whoever
guys,
bought,
I decided because I had the world's largest foundry company there that I wasn't even going to put bullion silver out. I did not put any out. It was all collectible stuff.
I had very little bullion silver. I want to say hi to everybody. I forgot to say hi. I
Yeah,
apologize.
that'd be great.
Hello, Against an Army. John Jacobs, Dale, M. Visterian is here. Um, Inkman is here. It takes a while to scroll, guys. It takes a while to scroll. Kevin Hawthorne.
Miss
Jeff,
Ida's not here.
Miss Coin Crew's not here either. She's in Texas with
Even
Miss Ida.
even though I'm looking at Miss Ida's thing on her, she's not here.
Ty McFadden. Dan Ing is here. Silver. Shelby Stacker is here. Thank you guys for being here. Visterian. Inkman, Against an Army. Well, I'm having trouble catching up. So we're just going to. There's Mrs. Coin Crew.
Mrs. Boyer is in the audience also.
Yeah, we have Shar in the audience. Yeah. So
It is in the audience, by the way. I was just kidding. Looks like a squirrel just popped in there.
Hello, Ida. B. Taylor's here. The show this weekend in Tulsa. We're going to be skipping back and forth between talking about silver and talking about the show. We're going to give Mike a few minutes here in a few minutes, and he's got some exciting news about the show as well. How did the dealers? How did they react to the flow of the show? Because what I noticed before you answer, what I noticed was the show each day there was a few less people, but at the same time each day the sales went up. People started spending more money. How did that work out for the other dealers?
Well, there's a few dealers that their best day was Saturday, even though we had a storm, but that was also our lowest day for attendance.
Yeah, I noticed that, but the sales were picking up. So, guys, if you have anything you want me to highlight or you have a question, please put 3 question marks. We have it pinned at the top of the chat so we can highlight your question because when I start running behind the chat, I'll skip down to the bottom and just look for question marks along the way, kind of like I did when I was saying hi, because I think I seen a little fit up there beforehand and then I missed them. Here's a question from Ty McFadden. Oh, I'm going to have to make this big to see this. Why is gold not moving the same as silver? Mike,
Now,
your
now,
thought?
guys, come on. Last week, you guys were complaining because gold and silver is kind of staying equal. You guys just want your cake and eat it too. That's what I'm figuring.
A couple of weeks before, Ty, why didn't you ask the question, why is silver not moving like gold? It's going to go back and forth. Some of the metals will perform better than others. I did notice platinum starting to move. It moved up. It sold. I sold a lot of platinum at the show. What's going on there?
You didn't sell me no platinum, guys. I would have bought it.
Yeah, I've sold a lot. I got $1,400 an ounce when it was.
I wouldn't have paid it.
That day it peaked up.
That's why he didn't bring it by me because I wouldn't have paid it.
Well, it was only $100 over for a proof eagle.
Proof equal, I probably would have paid it.
Certified 69.
Oh, I
What
probably
is
wouldn't have
this?
paid it again. It's in a holder.
NGC holder. J Dog. Hey, Coin Crew Mid America. Thank you for the $5 super chat, my friend. You are greatly appreciated. Guys, your super chats, they do help the channel out a lot, but they are not required. Your likes are very much appreciated, and comments during the stream and after even help out. YouTube's got this thing that, they do this algorithm thing to help push the videos, and we appreciate all the support. Miss Ida's here. She says, Mike, could you hear all those kids way in the front of the show that were back there by Ida's table and they swarmed over to mine? Did you hear them in front of the
There
show?
was kids back there. I didn't hear nothing. It was so quiet in the room.
I heard them. Ida was on one corner and I was on the other side of the
I was, actually, all I heard was Miss Ida going, "Be quiet, be quiet." That's all right. She was hollering at them poor little kids. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, Miss Ida.
You're still a rainbow crew. Check your free super chat. It will show your thing. Yeah, if you're a crew member, they give you a free super chat every month. So if you guys want to drop them in there, that's greatly appreciated too. Yeah, just check super chat, and there's I think a bonus one every month. I could be mistaken. Thank you for updating us, that Miss Coin Crew. Were people buying more silver or more gold at the show? We're gonna let you answer this first, Mike.
Actually, I think people were buying more collectible stuff.
Yes, but I mean, I did state that in my video. The collectibles were on fire.
But if I had to say, I would say they was probably buying more silver than gold. Except for if you was Mid America, then we was buying more gold and silver because people just kept bringing it.
I couldn't buy a piece of or sell a piece of gold. I kept buying gold, but I didn't.
If
I
you
didn't
guys
sell.
seen my video, you
I
would
sold
see
one.
what happened.
I sold one piece of gold.
I don't know if anybody checked out my video on Monday, but
Wendy, member for 6 months. That's what I'm talking about right there. Thank you, Wendy. It's free. Remember 29 months like this. Yeah, if you got a question, go ahead and use that and do it. Here we go. Silver Shocker. Thank you, Silver Shocker. We appreciate the comment. Will we see $20 silver in the future? At what point does it go up enough that the new low is still a high? Well, it's got to get up past 50 for the new low to be a high.
that's
Stay up
right.
past 50. That would be the point, wouldn't it, Mike?
That would be the point. We still haven't had a high, even though people keep saying that. I heard it a couple times on different channels. Oh, we reached an all new high on silver. Well, no, we reached, maybe it might be better than what it was the week before, but until it hits at 50, we're not at a high yet.
More sellers or buyers for you, Mike?
Well, I would probably say it's about equal still for me.
I had more buyers than sellers. I was buying a lot, but I was going around to the other tables, and I don't count them as like buyers coming up to me because they're not. I had to go hunt stuff down. And check out that video where I'm talking about silver and I'm talking about how the show performed and what happened at the show and how I sold it under melt. 949s became a YouTube member. Thank you. Dale M, member for 21 months. So does having a complete set increase the value of a set? Just finished getting every mint set.
Ouch.
No. A lot of times, Mark C, when you put a set together, the value of the set, you can take the key like sets out, and those are usually the whole value of the set, and then you still have the rest of them. It's kind of the same with your Lincoln Penny book. It's fun to put together, but you take out the 09 SVDB, the 14D, the 22, 22D, 24D, 26S, 31S. That's the value of the set if you piece it apart. It's more of a challenge thing than anything. So when you're putting a set together, and this is a great question because it allows me to talk about this. When you're putting a set together, if you can afford to buy the key coins first, Do that if possible. What do you think, bro?
I agree.
At least it didn't reset my moss. Yeah, guys, when you have a membership and you re up because it expired or something, it usually doesn't reset your moss, and that's a good thing. Thank you again. Littlefoot says, "How long does it take for milk to show up on a coin? It depends on the type of holder they're in, and if there's
It
anything
also
to
depends on where you're storing it.
if there's like I was saying, like he said, if there's anything to progress it at a quicker pace, which depends on where you're storing it. So I had some 15 Silver Eagles in 2015, and I did Angel did a video on our channel, um, and they milked the same year. They were in PCDS holders. So if you're going to do Silver Eagles, whatever cleaner they use doesn't agree with the for the dyes. It does not agree with the Silver Eagles. So I recommend NGC for that. We have flying cars. Do we have tech to remove silver? Yeah, we do have the proper tech, Littlefoot. It's called a furnace. Move that spot right off that silver.
Mm-hmm.
Melt that
Nope,
baby
that
right
bad
off.
booger down. It'll be gone.
Won't be no spots on it. That's the tech we have. Do you think silver is reacting towards war and conflicts today? Silver at 37, 1 or 3 more months calling for 40s. Yeah, I've heard that people are calling for the 40s sometime between July, August. I don't know if it's going to make it or not. And I do think the conflict has a little bit to do with it. What do you think, bro?
I think conflicts has a lot to do with it, but I also think that we're going to see a recess where this silver is going to go right back down. So a little bit. I don't think it's going to hold. I got some of my customers. I'm telling them not to buy silver right now.
And that is why silver was selling below spot at the show, is because a lot of people were sitting on the sidelines. I think the people that were selling were the people back in 22 and 23 when the premiums were sky high. They got an exit point. They got somewhere between $30 and $33 in a generic ounce when silver was in the low 20s to mid 20s. So, yeah, there's that. And it could be part of what is happening with the market. So let's do one more question, and then we'll give you a second to talk about the show, talk about what happened. How much can I expect to get behind spot for milk silver? Right now,
Is it generic or is it Eagles or is it Maples?
I don't think it matters if it's got milk on it. It doesn't really matter a generic round whether it's got milk or not. The only thing that matters is if it's what they call retail friendly, where it's brand new looking silver. What are dealers buying silver at? I heard Silver's Seeker. He did a video today, and he was talking about some dealers paying $35 an ounce, $2.35. Is that what they're still paying?
There's dealers paying anywhere from $1.50, $2 back. Yes.
So it's in that 35, 50 range. I'm not until I see a day or two of this, I really don't want to change my purchase price. I was buying at 35 and I'm kind of I might just have to pass on it right now because I really don't want to pay that far back a spot. But at the same time, I don't know. Should I buy it?
Yeah, I'm
Well,
gonna tell you. At the show, I was getting dealers selling to me for 35 and 35 and a quarter.
yeah.
I mean, I
I
was
wasn't
buying
selling it.
gold, I was buying silver, and the thing is, where do we call our numbers? Well, when you start seeing your founder companies, everybody paying back, you got to make some type of an adjustment because if we buy, and which I have bought a ton again, we got to have somewhere to go with it sometimes. And if I can't get at least my money back, that don't work for me. I mean, and I'm not the only one that feels that way.
And there are a couple reasons why silver is selling back of spot. Well, the number one reason is wholesalers are selling it to us under spot. They will wholesale it to us, brand new silver under melt. And then you have the problem with the volume. The second problem is the volume going out. We have more people bringing it in than buying it. So
I
that's a
know.
two-part problem to this.
I know. If you go online right now and look, it's crazy. You got silver anywhere from 50 cents over spot to $3 over spot. But guys, don't buy that $3 over spot.
No, not now. Don't buy $3 over. Jeff
And
C says, took my 8-year-old grandson Saturday. He had an incredible day. I want to thank you all and all the other dealers for everything that was given to him. It was his first time at the coin show. Jeff, I don't know if he made it to my table because it seems like all the kids didn't come around to my table and get their free stuff from me. I was giving away little $5 or $7 gift.
well, that's because Mid America made sure the dealers was giving cool stuff to them little kids.
Yeah, they had a lot of stuff getting given away every year. Come back next year for sure. The kids always get stuff from the
Guys,
YouTube.
I have, and I want to thank all the dealers this year. They was very generous. We was able to do a 2-day giveaway, not a one. All
Mark,
throughout the year, they was giving stuff to us.
Mark Chisholm says, "Do tone bars carry a premium?"
No, unless
Okay.
they're an Engelhart bar or something special. No,
What do you think about the 2004 D Wisconsin lower leaf, high leaf quarter? I like it. I got an example of each.
I do too.
It's not easy to find. Usually, if you find them in the wild still, they tend to be circulated. I went out and bought some higher grade specimens. So, Mike, let's,
Oh, excuse
what
me.
did you get through yawning there?
Okay.
Let's make you big and let's see what happened at the show, what transpired, what could possibly happen next year. I'm going to shut my mouth and make you big. And what happened?
I'll be shocked if you can shut that long. But anyway, guys, we had a great show this year. I want to thank all the dealers that attended. We had 170 dealers. I wish I would have had more YouTube dealers there too, but we did not this year. But for all the YouTube dealers that came, thank you also. It was a really good show, I thought. We had a couple of dealers that it was a little slow for them. I would apologize for that. The U.S. Mint did have a cancellation of releasing them Eagle privies because of production problems. But they were doing a promo there for anybody that was paying attention. You went over there, they let you scan it. If you scanned it, you would be able to get an Eagle. Then you could have sent it in and got the tosses label. But so NGC, we want to thank. We want to thank Annex. We want to thank Heritage. I mean, Heritage, they came out. I won't say no names, but the guys were great. They applauded me for what I did. They did not realize how much work we put into this until they seen. They was pleased with what they did there. So next year they told me that we will be back and we're going to bring all of our banners and everything and set up on full deal like they normally do at some of the other shows. So we was really excited for that. We're really excited for next year. We're working on it now. We was a little slow, had computer problems there, so I'm glad everybody understood. And we didn't get all the applications out, but we're going to get them out now. So, guys, I'm really looking forward. Hopefully, a lot of you guys can attend it, and hopefully, we can get more YouTube dealers in this year. Keith, back to you.
See?
I cannot believe he was quiet. What do you guys think?
It was pretty simple. I hit the mute button.
Oh, there you go. He was probably still talking underneath.
I was still talking. Yeah, it was a great show. It's going to get better every year. Next year will be the 7th annual Tulsa Coin Show. It had a name change because it was the Northeast Oklahoma Coin Show.
Yes.
It is now officially the Tulsa Coin Show, which is cool. And Inkman Mustang Dave said he was there Friday and Saturday. And thank you so much. I have my hankies. And Mustang Dave came by the show, and I used one of them. The box has been opened. Thank you for the handkerchiefs, the tissues, or whatever there.
We had a
backup. Has a habit of buying stuff under
backup in case it got carried away.
Yeah, I got to rub the tears out of my eyes when Mustang Dave comes see me. He is a great guy, though. If you guys make it next year, you're going to see him and so many more YouTubers. It is totally amazing. Now we are looking silver is sitting at 31.13 an ounce. Ask on Kitco. It's a
31.13.
37.13. Yeah. Oh, we wish it was 31, don't we?
God, dog, I'm
37.
getting ready to say, see you guys later. I have to put some orders in real quick.
I know, right? It's 37.13. The gold to silver ratio, the GSR as it's known, is 91.36 to 1.
The closure. I got 37.01 now.
Well, then you're looking at bid.
Oh,
Bid
okay.
is 37.01. Ask is 37.13.
Yeah, we got 12. What the heck is up with this 12 cents? Where's 10?
I know they increased the spread. Next year, I'm going to go 1 second day, and I can get some cheap deals. Actually, the cheapest silver was the third day. I dropped 90%. I was dropping everything down on the third day, but I think a lot of people are skittish. Silver's going to have to stay, and give me your opinion on this, Mike. I think it's going to have to stay there a few weeks for people to be comfortable with this 37 silver. What do you think, brother?
I think it's gonna take a little bit for everybody to get used to this. It flew up way too fast, guys, and people get scared. Now you got some guys that's going to say, well, wait a minute, I only got 23, 24 in my silver. I think I'm going to take advantage of this.
Yeah, some of those guys who also paid the high premium and paid like 31 to 33, 22 and 23 are also taking advantage of it as well.
Right.
Here's Joking Ghost with some questions. What is sterling silver? Why is sterling silver not a popular? Is it because of scarcity? You want to handle that, bro?
No, go ahead. I'll let you handle this one.
Well, the manufacturers have a little bit of variance. It's not like making a coin where it has to be precise. Sometimes you get sterling silver if it comes from, not to throw a country south of the border under the bus. Sometimes they're sterling. Sometimes I'm not saying their name.
I knew exactly what country.
Sometimes their sterling is only 80% pure.
Which they call that 800, sir.
What's that?
Which they call it 800, not 925.
No, they write 925 on it.
I know they write 925, but it's really only 800.
But then their coins are great. They're pure. They're exactly where they're supposed to be. There's regulations in place for coins, and there are regulations in place for sterling. However, you get some of those unscrupulous manufacturers may not make it where it's supposed to be. And sometimes with flatware, it could be as much as 95, depending on the brand, 95%.
Yeah.
So brand makes a difference. Liza Jane, 84, and that's M Chat, had a great time. Yes. Dude, we're going to have to go out to dinner next year. We didn't go out to eat I don't think we went out to eat with anybody. We just kind of kept skipping around and, we're going to do this, we're going to do that.
Like we didn't offer you to go out to either.
Yeah, I know, but you guys they offered me to go to a barbecue place the day I had.
I offered you to a steakhouse.
Oh, I don't know why I didn't go that day. Yeah, I was going to go. He offered me to go with the U.S. Mint and everybody. And no, it wasn't Ruth Chris, or he wouldn't have got out of it. And I was taking you up on that this year.
Well, the U.S. Mint is not supposed to go in casinos. I found that out. That's why they didn't.
Okay, Liza Jane, $2 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Any dates for the Tulsa Coin Show next year? Do you have the dates available?
11. Yes, we do. 11, 12, and 13th next year.
So mark your calendars, guys. 11th, 12th, and 13th of June, 2026. The 7th.
We might already have them up on our website too. I do know that the ANA already has them in their magazine.
So there it is. Wow, silver was $14.51 the night I got in 6 years ago. Says against, dude, I bought silver 6 years ago at
how's that make you feel?
$13, $12 or something.
I think I got in right around $1.82.
No, remember when it dipped down to that 11?
Yes.
And it was like $2 over. It was at the beginning. That was the beginning of the big premiums, and they haven't really went away. I mean, because I remember we used to buy silver. It was nothing to buy fine silver for 25 cents over spot from any wholesaler. And now it's just kind of back and forth.
Excuse me. Yep. And
Traveling
guys,
for you.
I think if Keith comes on next week, he'll be solo because my wife instructed me we are going to take at least 1 week vacation. So we're leaving this Sunday to go on vacation.
Good, good, good. So I'll be solo next week. Any platinum coins to be seen at the show? I sold
Well,
3 ounces.
there was actually a bunch of platinum there.
There was a lot of platinum at the show. It was. I think some of the people broke it out because it was going up.
Yeah, there is a lot of platinum going anywhere from 14 to 17 an ounce.
Here you go. Against an Army of Shadows goes, I'm surprised Wall Street Silver isn't trying to take credit for silver spot right now. Yeah, they do that a lot, don't they? They tend to say, oh, this is what it is, and this is why it did it. We helped you out or whatever. I've seen some of their videos. Any 20-cent coins bought? I did not buy any. Did you buy any 20-cent coins?
I have
don't have any.
I think I still got a couple. But they were there. I had them there at the show.
Mustang Dave was at the show, and he said there was everything you could think of at the show. There was a lot of inventory. I know one deal.
Yeah, I think Revic.
Yeah.
He had like about 15 of them in his case.
Now, he had a huge inventory there, too.
Yeah, but he brings in the high grade, nice price.
High priced. Wish I could afford it coins.
Yeah, and I got to look at a registry Morgan set, which will be an heritage auction.
Now he's the one. Revic is the one that he runs West Coast Coins. I did a video on him of the proof Morgan dollar set he had at one point. So yeah, I sold that a year or so ago. So yeah, you get them good coins, and that's where a lot of people don't understand when it comes to coins.
I would have liked to bought it, but it was all over the place, and even a couple of them was marked clean. That's the only reason I didn't buy the set.
The thing about the really high dollar good coins, you'll get it very rarely, unless you already have it sold, will you sell it in less than 1 or 2 years. And that's part of why they want to make 20+% on those coins, is because they get it, they hold it, they show it, and they get rid of it. But a lot of times, you'll hold them. You've had high dollar coins you've held for a while, haven't you, bro?
I still got a few.
Have they been for sale?
Well, I had the 79 Car City there. It's a nice high grade.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, have you had them a couple years and they've been for sale the whole time? Just
no. I did a special at this show. I brought them out. Now they'll probably go back in. They didn't sell, so I'm putting them back in.
I brought out my 82cc. I didn't sell it. I couldn't let it go.
You didn't even bring it over to me.
Well, I figured I didn't want to sell it, but I had it there to sell. I had the 09 SVDB MS65 red brown.
I didn't see it.
It was just a great collectibles show. I bought a lot of stuff. I'm gonna put some of it up on the auction come Sunday, some of it not. We're not shipping anything till next Wednesday when Miss Coin Crew gets back. I don't ship. I do not ship. What's up, Paul Bald? How are you, my friend? I still have one spot in my box I'm going to fill one day.
And what would you like to fill it with?
He would like to fill that with a 1993 Proof 69 Silver Eagle. NGC Brown label, if I remember right. The one that you thought you forgot or whatever.
Is it a proof or is it an MS?
A proof. You said you was going to bring it and you left it. That's Ink Man.
Oh, okay. Hey, I should have brought it here so I could put it up here and show it off.
That would have been mean, man. That would have been mean. There was a lot of good coins at the show. I bought from Rob.
Guys, we brought so much stuff. I couldn't get everything, and other people were asking for stuff. I tried to remember everything. I'm not 16 anymore, so I don't remember everything. And I'm sorry, man, I forgot that, but it was Keith's fault.
Oh, boom, right under the bus for me, right?
That's right.
Wow.
I seen that bus coming.
I bought a seated die with a doubled die obverse. I'm going to sell it eventually. A couple weeks, probably. I don't know. I think I'm going to put it up on the auction someday. What do you think? Should I? Everybody knows what I paid for it. I paid 150. Stickers right there, plain as day in the live stream.
If you're going to sell for 100, I'm in.
No, I'm not. I'm going to put it up higher than I'm going to put it up to balance even out.
Now, guys, in your such a program, I thought Keith said this at one time. He buys high and sells low.
Yeah, but that one I like. Silver Chupacabra says Revic is premium stuff. I deal with him here in Denver when he's in town. Yeah, he definitely has premium stuff. There is no doubt about it. I think I might have bought
Revic will be back next year. Him and I have been friends for a few years. He had a great show. He said he'd be back too. So
yeah, I've bought maybe one or two coins off him. I'm gonna have to go down to St. Louis just to see Revic because he's always got cool coins.
He's gonna be there,
yeah, and he's not shy. He'll do the videos with us. Man, I don't remember if he showed his face, but he'll let you show his coins.
But guess who else will be in St. Louis? Mid America Coins.
Oh, we ain't worried about him. We get him on video all the time.
Yeah, see how it is. See how it is.
How do you value Annex and ICG coins? Local stores values them as if it was raw. Well, Mark, it doesn't matter if it's raw or certified or not, whether it's a name grader or a lower tier grader like Annex or ICG. They buy the coin.
You're buying the coin, not the holder. I'm going to tell you right now, if you brought that coin, I don't care if it's an ICG,
no,
it's an Annex. If it looks better than that one and I agree with the grade, I'm going to buy it for that.
Yeah, coins rather, they get bought for their own detail, their own grade, their own appeal. And that's how things are priced.
I'm going to tell you, Annex stayed really busy just like NGC this round.
The only thing a dealer should ever tell you when it's in a holder, oh, I got to buy it cheaper because it's in a holder. No. They have to buy it cheaper because their holders don't sell as well. But because it's in that holder, they can just crack it out. If it's a good enough coin, they will.
They can send it to the other grader. I'm going to tell you that they're going to
give you a price that's so far off of what the coin is worth. You might want to crack it out and send it to the other grader or sell it raw. Because sometimes I've seen dealers, and you've seen them too, they'll buy them cheaper than raw coins in one of those holders, and you got to watch out for that. Always double check, get you a couple different prices, go to a show, or go to a dealer you trust.
I bought a 93S because the dealer sent it off to one of the grading companies. I won't say which one it is. I was in Florida, a fun show in January a couple years ago, and he got it back. He paid $4,000 for the coin. They sent it back. They called it clean, didn't really grade it, called it a VF details. I'm looking at the coin. This is where it comes knowing how to grade. I'm looking at the coin. I said, that's an XF all day long. It should have never got that. So what did I do? I paid the money because the guy sold it to me $4,000 just to get his money back. I threw it right there in front of him, and some of the other dealers that were there with me could not believe what I did. I threw it on the floor, cracked it open, got it out, walked it over to the other company, and I put on there, I wanted XF. I wasn't going to take anything less, or I wanted the coin back. Guess what it came back at? XF 45, almost AU. It turned from a $4,000 to an $8,000 coin.
Silver Chupacabra.
I actually threw the guy an extra $1,000 because I got it graded. No, I did not give him back the coin. He sold it to me. I didn't have to give him anything. I gave him an extra $1,000. I sold it at that same show as soon as I bought it.
Silver Chupacabra says he can't afford 99% of what Revic sells. I think I can't afford 99.9% of what he sells. You got some expensive, high quality
I'm
coins.
gonna tell you right now, he had a really nice seated quarter, not this show, but when I was down in Denver, yeah, it was $200 over its grade, but it was that nice. I bought it for. I gave him what he was asking for. I didn't question him, didn't talk about. Bought that quarter and sold it all on the same show for $100 more than what I paid.
Now, we were talking about the silver and gold not moving at the coin show as well as we thought it would have, but the collectibles, the rare date coins, the harder coins, how were they moving for you or anyone else at the
I
show?
was that's what I was selling. I wasn't selling any bullion gold or in there, and I was buying a lot of it. Don't get me wrong. I spent a ton of money there. But we walked out with a lot of different stuff, but we sold a lot of nice high dollar collectible coins.
I sold some of the highlighted coins. I sold 09S, 22 plain, 14D, another 09S, Lincolns, all of them. I sold the 21S and plenty more Buffaloes, over $8,000 just in Buffalo nickels. It was just crazy. I sold very little Morgan, but I did buy some Morgans. I think I sold one or two Morgans. And when I did that live, my case was empty the next day. So yeah, it happens. You hitting your mic or something, bro?
No,
Yeah, I was hearing some tapping. I
oh,
wasn't touching nothing.
I think
Wasn't me. I'm
I think
innocent.
boy, my mic must pick up real good. I was actually tapping the metal leg on my desk, so I apologize.
Yeah, we heard it. I keep buying under 40 is still a bargain, dollar cost averaging. And just like I said in my video yesterday, 5 or 10 years, you guys are going to be asking yourself, why didn't I buy more silver at the $36, $37 mark? And I called it yesterday. I said 36, 37, and it did not go up to 37 until today. So that's my 1 out of 10 times being right. So I'm good for a month, right? But seriously, cost averaging is real important. Do you have any uh, suggestions or tips for people buying silver right now?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm telling my customers not to buy it right now. So I really do believe we're gonna have a clip back, and I'm not the only one that feels this way. But yeah, I'm hearing some people saying it's gonna break that 40. I don't think so. I really do. But I could be wrong.
Well, there's the answer to your question, Steve. Mike could be wrong. I think it might, but I've been thinking it might last year too, and it never happened. So, Beast Diamond wants to know: do you
I can
still
show
have?
you some ads off Kitco that they've just done recently where they think it's going to surface back around 33, 34.
Beast Diamond says, "Do you still have some of those $36 rounds? I sold them all at the show that were 36."
Oh, you missed out. I was doing 35 at the show. You missed out.
Yeah, what? Nobody selling less than 35.50. Of
I
course, then
was selling.
again, he's known for that.
I was selling.
Mustang Dave, I bought mostly 90% at the show. Yep. And I was, guys, I was
Whoever
selling it.
bought 90% at the show, guys, you guys did good.
Oh, yeah, because I was selling it virtually at melt. If
There was a
melt
lot
was
of dealers selling
25.95,
just
and I
50
sold it for 26 times. And now you're in it even better. So that's a good thing. Yeah, Revic does always have a 95 proof Morgan. I think he prides himself on those. I don't I don't know. The 95 proof Morgan just doesn't do nothing for me. It doesn't, thrill me, so to speak. I mean, I know there's only what, 780 or something like that. There's only eight
800.
methods. Whatever. It changes. They keep changing the number. So I don't think nobody really knows exactly how many it
No,
is.
nobody 100% knows anything about any dollar anymore.
But it just doesn't thrill me like a really beautiful coin. Because every 95 proof
But
Morgan
I
that
bet
I've
you if you
seen,
put one in his face and he say you can buy this 63 for 5,000, he will tear the wall down to get that money
oh, I
out.
probably would. I'm saying it doesn't thrill me like a
It would
really
drill
good
him at that
looking
point.
coin would.
And you know what? He'll do a video on it too. I guarantee it.
Every 95, maybe I'm wrong, and there are probably good looking ones, but every 95 proof Morgan silver dollar I've seen,
They're
I'm
not
going to
very
say it
pretty.
here and I'm going to cuss, it is butt ass ugly. Every one of them I've seen in person. It was butt ass ugly.
You know that years ago when Dansko came out with the book, it asked
Mhm.
for the 95 plane.
Yep, and people got a hold of the
And
proof and put it in the
I
book.
still got people coming up with these old Dansko books saying the only one I'm missing is 95 plane. I don't know why I can't find it. They didn't make one, guys. It was just a proof. So you'll never have it in your book unless you put a fake one in, like some guys did.
Cornosaurus Rex said, "You sold silver under melt. I didn't watch the video, but I will." Yes, I sold it for 36. Silver was 36, 35. I was selling
But now you want it
90%.
back.
Yeah, I want it back, guys, for the same price I sold it. No, I sold 90% for melt, and a couple of dealers set up, some YouTuber dealers or YouTuber people that were set up. I gave them a little bit of a break on 90%, but not very much. So they bought it just a hair bit under melt instead of a hair bit over melt like the retail was. It was within a half a dollar. So yeah. I think it was like $1 cheaper or $2 cheaper a bag. It
Uh,
wasn't a lot.
I was selling it 50 cents back.
Because I was selling $5 face bags. I didn't allow people to pick or anything like that. But yeah, that show, I mean, I'm just really impressed. It was just really neat. The traffic slowed, which gave us more time to work with the customers, and the sales picked up. Usually when traffic slows, it does just the opposite, doesn't it, Mike? It gave us more time to work with everybody. And here,
Overall,
talk about this, B. Steinman. Thank you for reminding me. Mike had a bad foot, and I never could catch up with him. All righty then. I don't know about that. I came in on Tuesday. The show
yes,
started.
yes, they got me in the boot
The show. What day did it open up for the dealers? Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yes.
Wednesday after the tables got set up, and I'm sitting there. I came in on Tuesday. I'm helping set up the show. I took off. I didn't break it down. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had a long drive ahead of me. I set up the show and I'm having to get on Mike. I said, Mike, if you're going to keep helping, I'm going to stop helping. He's got what's that thing on your foot? What was that called? A brace or
Oh,
something?
boot. It's a boot.
It was a boot because he's got a little bit of medical issue with his foot. No, it's not fungus, guys. I promise.
No,
You threw me under the bus. I
they,
just did you.
they actually want to try to do the surgery on it during the week of my show. That's why I winded up in it because I refused to let them even touch me until I got done with the show.
Nobody won the wrestling match because it didn't take place because he's got a sore foot.
Much yawn.
The arm wrestling match we were supposed to do.
Yeah,
We're going to get it done one of these years.
it says much yawn.
What?
That's what it said. Much yawn.
Oh, that was wrong, guys. That was wrong. So yeah, if you haven't seen the video yesterday, I did show some pickup stuff and I talked about silver, how it sold at the show, did it sell under, did it sell over, and how the dealers were doing. There wasn't an ambulance on site.
Well, I didn't know we needed one.
Well, yeah, every time Mustang Dave come up and bought something, I was like, let me get one of my tissues. I gotta get a tissue out.
Well,
Gotta wipe my eyes.
the police officers we had there, they were certified.
A lot of security.
They could have saved them.
I was really pleased with the security. Now, Rob was there. Rob Finds Treasures. He sold collectibles, a lot of half cents. Seeker was there. He sold. I don't know what he sold. He just sold stuff. He sold a little bit of stuff as well. I even bought something off of. I bought that 2009 Lincoln set with the 4 pennies and the dollar. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
The Chronicle set.
Is that what it was called? Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I'm gonna have to sell it. 15-minute warning. It says against an army. So, guys, please hit the like button before you go. We are sitting at 63 likes with 88 people in the show. Hey, it is what it is. If you like it, like it. If you want to share the show, share the show. We really appreciate it.
Sorry, guys.
Mike, is that to do foot being up your brother's rear? Yeah. Is that foot due to being up my ass or something? Is that
Now,
what he
guys,
asked
the
you?
truth be told, and I told everybody this, I said one too many yes ma'ams, and my wife straightened me out.
It's like a chipped bone or something, isn't it? Some along those lines.
I got a torn ligament, and I have bone spurs, and I got calcium buildup between my ankles. So yeah, they want to take care of it.
Gold maple. I had to throw that out. He says, sorry, guys, tuned out for a bit watching the game show Jeopardy. That's my favorite program on TV. See, he's probably got the TV on one and the computer on the other. That's why I got up real close to the mic and said, Gold maple. Oh,
Yeah,
shoot. I'm on the chair.
but I thought Jeopardy was all repeats now.
It don't matter. It's a good show.
I already seen them all.
No, they got new ones coming out.
No, did
Who's
it?
that? Who is that new guy? They ain't got no Alex Trebek or nothing on it.
Well, that's the only one I can watch. Him and I go way back.
Mysterian says, don't fall. I almost fell. I almost fell.
I was trying to push him, guys.
Is there a specific silver round that you think is underrated? If so, what is it? Silver.
Anything I own.
It's always worth more if you own it, right? Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly.
No, how about that? Is there a generic silver round that you would think is selling less than it's worth, or a premium monetary round? Can you think of anything that's underrated? Because Eagle Heart's already up there.
Yeah, Engelhart's up there.
Johnson Matthews are kind of underrated.
No, there's some of them moving pretty good.
Yeah, but they're not moving for a big premium like they should. They shouldn't move like generic silver.
They're not an Engelhart. Come on.
No, they're not an Eagle Heart. I'm talking the older ones that have the high relief on the obverse side of it. I don't even remember what they're called. No, I can't think of any. Trade units. There you go. Mrs. Coin Crew just called it. Trade units. Yes, they are very undervalued. They're hard to find. She collects a lot of them. As far as monetary silver, first year.
I heard she got a new one to add to her collection.
She got a new squirrel. Yeah, I showed that in the video.
She got that.
You were supposed to give it to her, but you didn't. You sold it.
Squirrel. She got that squirrel. Yes, she did.
Yeah, he had a squirrel silver round. He was supposed to give it to my wife, and he didn't do it.
I was going to sell it to you to give to her.
Oh, even worse yet, he didn't even sell it to me.
You know what? I'm going to tell you. To be fair, the nice couple that bought it from me, I told them straight out.
If they want to say who they are, I will shout them out. Otherwise, I'm not going to.
Yeah. Well, anyway, they told me that they wanted to buy it to give to her. So, guys, since they told me that, I said, I guess okay, I will sell it to you because I wasn't going to sell it first. It's your favorite pre-gold design.
What is your favorite $10 Indian? Or no, the $20 Indian. The $20 Indian. It's like Highlander. There can be only one.
Myself, I like pattern gold coins.
I think
it's not just the Indian. They got some nice pattern gold coins that, they're hard to find. And I like them. I only own a couple. I would love to own them all, but some of them get pretty pricey, so I got to leave it alone.
Okay, I'm getting called out here. Keith, when are you going to give me a number on that 1987 Britannia proof set? Worm Wizard Castings. I know you want it. I still have it. I'm getting close to wanting to sell it. Close. Not yet, though. Close. He's like, I know you still got it. As a matter of fact, it's in the OGP and everything, so I still got it.
Well, how much space is it?
It's 1.85 ounces or 1.9 ounces.
I think $1.85 would be a good price to it.
I'll tell you what, I'll sell it for the right dollar.
$1.85.
A 1793 S
No,
in VF.
no, we're gonna give you a 1973. It's gonna be an Ike.
Talk about Ikes. Yes, thank you so much. Miss Ida was inspired by Liza Jane. I got this big canvas bag. I don't know how many's in it. I'm not going to open it. It's none of my business. Full of Ike dollars. And if Floyd's watching, he's going to hear me, but he's going to get them on Friday. It's got Ike dollars in it.
I think
he knows they're coming.
I looked at it, looked like a $200 bag to me.
Is that what it looked like? And then Miss Ida got inspired and handed him a Ziploc bag full of Ike dollars. So he's going to have fun giving all those Ikes away.
Miss Ida never gives me Ike dollars.
I got that coin you wanted. I found yours. I didn't find Visterian's. The one, I got one of them and then I bought the other one. I believe it's the right one. So, yeah, when you come over, yeah, I'll get it for you. Well, I'm going to hold it back. I love you guys. Well, thank you, dude.
Appreciate you all very much.
Guessing you didn't find the Ike I wanted. No, I did not find the Ike you wanted, nor did I find the Proof Franklin you wanted.
Did you even look for the Ike?
I did look for the Ike.
I had a whole box full of slabbed Ikes over there. Never came by and asked me.
Well, if it's Darren, if you want Mike to get it to you, you type in the Ike you want.
I cannot believe that he says he went looking for it. Never came over. Knowing I had all these boxes of coins behind me.
Yeah, so
he'll tell you I had boxes on boxes stacked all over the place.
Like Mustang Dave said, there was so much stuff there to choose from. Honestly, guys, you needed all 3 days to view everything. So much.
I brought boxes after boxes of stuff. Because at that show, I bring my big straight truck with safes in it. So I load all my safes up with boxes of coins and I bring them in.
First year, bro. Do you have that one?
67.
I couldn't remember the grade. I remember.
Yes, in the 67. I do believe I do have it.
Yeah, when he just asked me, I couldn't remember the year, but I remembered
the 71
grade, but I remembered the year. I couldn't think. You know, a good thing I didn't find one because I was thinking, honestly, I was thinking you needed a 68.
Okay, so, yeah.
I didn't find a 71S at all, but Mike says he may have it.
And I had this box of Ikes at the show. I just say.
Proof silver Ikes look really good in slabs. Yes, they do, Mr. Doug Fresh.
So does the EMSs.
Yeah.
Now on that S,
I didn't tell it to you. Seeker did. Seeker sold you that. I think I sold you a 51 in a not a proof. It was a lower grade. It was like a 63 or something. Could have been. I could have been the 50 I sold you. It was a proof 63, and someone is looking for 51. I think. I don't remember. It could have been a 50. Shoot, I sold so much stuff I can't remember.
Seeker had a 51 there.
What?
I thought Seeker had a 51 Bruce up there.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. I sold so much stuff. I'd have to look at my records.
He tried to sell me some Bruce that Seeker did. I just, I got so much of that stuff. I just wasn't in the mood to buy that stuff.
Gold Maple says, did they have world coins at the show? Not just American coins. I prefer.
Oh, yes, they did. We had actually
a couple of them sold
nothing. We had three guys. That's all they sell is world coins. And then we had Mr. Marvin Johnson, who sells both. He takes a whole island, which is 8 tables, which also had the Hobo Buffalo guy there making Hobo Buffalo nickels right there for you.
There was so much stuff. Honestly, you need
We
a
had the
couple
art.
days.
We had the art bar association there. We had a lot going on, guys.
Okay, so it was a 50 I sold you then. Because I remember Seeker sold you a different year than I sold you on the coin.
Yeah,
Um,
capital holder one. Yes, Secret
yeah.
did that because I looked at it because he called me old.
Yes, because I'm looking. You wanted that in 5, I thought, Visterian. He's looking for a 51 proof Franklin PCDS. I'll call Mike tomorrow about the Ike. Yeah,
I'll
I'm
also
still
get
looking
in
for
my
that proof
Benjamin boxer
65.
and see what I got in the proof book Benjis. I got slabbed and raw, so I'll get into them and look.
Steve Lapointe says, how did Ravenhawk do at the show? I do not know how he did. He mentioned a little bit on, he was, shoot, I can't even remember. You'll have to watch the video. I can't remember. I think he said he was selling more than he was buying, or buying more than he sold. I don't remember
He
which
was
way.
buying more than he was selling, he said.
Yeah, he was buying more. Well, that's the penalty of being in the front of the room.
Well, that's where they wanted to be, him and his buddy. They paid the premiums to be there.
I might have had to pay the premium for all the YouTube people to be up there. No, I'm good.
Mike sold us a proof 2011 Eagle. I
Raven
guess
sold a lot of goldbacks.
Raven sold a lot of gold backs. Guys, them gold backs are okay, but
If you
just
want to pay the big premium, double gold.
it's a heck of a premium on them. They're good for just stacking. They're going to release the Buffaloes, or the new ones with the Buffalo and everything at the A&A instead of at our show like they did.
Are the proof platinum worth the premium, or would you stick with a regular platinum Eagle BU? I sold a proof Eagle for
But
$100.
even the BUs,
Eagle
even
proof.
the Eagles have a premium. All of them have premium right now. Bars, it don't matter.
Yeah, anything platinum has a premium, and the Eagles has a little bit more. So we are below the 5 minute warning. What world coins they have? Chinese, Russian, Middle Eastern, colonial, African, British, India silver coins. What they have?
They had everything. Even us behind our table, we had brought a couple boxes filled of world coins in 2x2 holders. We had some slabs out. If you looked at my video, you could have seen one of the more rare China coins I bought in a slab. I bought it there at the show. I'm telling you guys, there were some deals to be made there even. For the people that didn't make it, sorry for your luck.
One last thing I want to say about the show, and Mustang Dave has touched on it right here. Mrs. Corn Crew, but the nosebleed section was busier, it seemed like. We were back in the nosebleed by the bathroom. Thank you, Mike, very much.
That is
But it was
not
busier.
a
It
nosebleed
was
section.
busier. It was a
No, where
nosebleed.
I
It wasn't.
was a nosebleed.
No, you was next to the mint.
Well, because they asked me to be there. We also promised NGC because when the Eagle got put out of production, they was having problems. They only sent Andrew, and I really thank you, Andrew, for coming and helping us out. We put him next to us to make sure that if he needed any help, we could try to help him while he was there. No, we didn't do any paperwork, nothing. They don't pay me enough to do all that, but we did make sure his stuff was safe. We had him a safe back there for his use only, and so on and so forth for NGC. Poor Andrew worked his butt off, but thank you, sir, for doing what you did for the show.
Now, before we go, let's touch back on silver gold. Gold is sitting at 33.85. Silver is at 37.18 with a GSR ratio, gold to silver ratio, 91.3. So, one thing I want to say about silver right now, even though it seems high, higher than you should be paying, keep buying it because it's all about cost averaging in the long term. 10, 20 years down the road, you're not going to remember whether you paid $35, $30, or $40. You're just going to remember your average. So keep up. Keep on buying. You want to say anything before we go, bro?
Well, I did want to touch on, guys, no matter what grading company you use, they are all trying to get you the best rate in your holders. PCGS, CAC, NGC, Annex, ICG. These guys are out there trying to do their best. I mean, so when you're buying a coin, look at the coin, buy the coin. Don't worry about the holders so much. Everybody likes to collect certain holders, and that's fine. But buy the coin, not the holder.
because they are all trying to get your money for grading, but
Well,
they're
he
trying to
said
do
it.
a good job.
They are trying to do a good job, all of them.
I'm not
Uh,
going to throw them under the bus that bad. They
yeah,
are doing
I mean, I really appreciate what CAC did last year. They did have a little problem this year. They got a few people out right now for different reasons, and hopefully we'll have them back next year. I am working with PCGS trying to get them in now. So guys, no matter what your preference is, it's okay to use them all. Just remember though, when you get them back, let's look at the coins. Let's make sure we're looking at the coins, not the holder.
Now, C Bob is a coin dealer also. He had someone buy $150,000 worth of silver today. And he says, I would keep buying. So, with that, thank you.
And that's once again, that's the each their own. I am suggesting my customers not to buy right now, and I've been doing this a really long time. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I'm not an analyst. I'm just
Well,
trying to
I'm
guide
not,
them in the right direction.
I'm not sitting here saying go hog wild buy. I'm saying basically, and what I'm thinking is you should continue to cost average. Because I know some people, they get scared, they get the FOMO and they see it starting to go up and then they go spending $10,000, $20,000 when they normally spend $100 or $200 a month.
Right.
That's not what I'm advocating. I'm advocating stick to it like your retirement. Just keep buying your 1 ounce a week or 1 ounce a month, whatever you buy, just regiment. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you for the likes, super chats, and all that other great stuff that you guys do just by chatting. So
I appreciate everybody that came. I appreciate everybody that listened to all of us. Guys, whatever you do, he is right about one thing. Keep on stacking, but stack it using a more of a wiser head today.
now I don't remember if Floyd Live is going to be this Friday or next Friday. It's one of the 2 Fridays. So, be careful because it goes on at 10:30 if it goes on in the morning Eastern. And then we'll be back for a auction this coming Sunday. And Miss Coin Crew will be back next week. And I will be flying solo. Or no, I think I got to go get Miss Coin Crew next week. I might not even be live myself. So next week, I'll let you know Sunday if I'm going to be live for the chat.
Oh, I guess he will see you Sunday Fun Day.
Sunday Fun Day. Have a great day, guys. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, guys. Thank you very much. We'll see
Appreciate
you
your
later.
super support. Have a great night.